What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Berserk manga chapters 150 and 151. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be seeing this on Sunday or Monday. The verdict is still out if we hit the like goal. So if you're seeing this on Sunday, thank you. Appreciate the love. You guys hit the like goal. And if you're seeing this on Monday, you're seeing it on Monday. We left off with Guts. Final. I mean, it was so. I didn't even really take. I'm just now thinking about it. I didn't even really take it in the moment. Guts saw Casca for the first time in 2+ years. Like, they were right there, with literally 5 feet from each other. I wish it could have been under better circumstances. But they've been separated again, and I'm curious if, like, that is the only interaction they're going. I mean, there wasn't much of an interact. There was an acknowledgement. No words were spoken. There was no physical touch or anything, but like, they're still like right here. They're within like a football field of each other, but like, we got Serpico over here thinking he's that dude. Man over here thinking he's Batman. Prep time, talking about the sun's in your eyes, weak footing, your arms against the... Yeah, like this all sounds great, but still at the end of the day, if Superman just wanted to blitz you and take your head off, he could blitz you and take your head off. Granted, you know, Superman would never do that, but, you know, people always like say the shit like, if Guts is just better, until Serpico shows me something, I don't believe it. Just from the beatings that we've taken, and it doesn't even matter. I mean, everybody's human at the end of the day. At least we think Guts is, but this is in real life, in this story. Of course, if Serpico stabs us right through the heart, nicks a proper artery, yes, Guts would die. But we've been through a lot. We've been stabbed, burned, crushed, bleeding, lost an arm. Like, we've done a lot. So it would be so badass if he just like let Serpico stab him and literally pulled his ass in on some like Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring orc type shit. So we'll see what he has to offer. I really hope that, like, this doesn't cause us not seeing Casca again until, you know, it's like a God Hand encounter type thing, because that would just be so... it would be a lot. It would be a lot. Serpico seems to be here for Farnese. I don't know if he feels loyalty to her or if he's in love with her. One of the two. We'll see. Let's just get to it. We basically essentially read this page already, so let's go ahead and do it. This is on recording. Mic's on. You guys can see the cursor? Alright, cool, let's do it. And how did he even, like, have the time to plan this all out? Because clearly he went ahead to get ahead of them, but then he's like, okay, this will be good, you know, it's weak footing. If I come this way, his arm's going to be on this side. He won't be able to draw. I mean, good for you. This guy's something. He won't even give me a chance to draw. It ain't just strategy. He's an incredible swordsman. Keeps changing. Can't read him. It's a lot harder than that pseudo-apostle was. But I think it's also a lot harder than the pseudo-apostle was, given the circumstances. I think if it was just open field, one-on-one, the pseudo-apostle was still a bigger threat, in my opinion. But I don't have time to screw around here. Like, this is really like, if Guts can't flip the switch right now, I mean, when can he ever? Are you concerned about those girls? I believe my comrades have spread a net up ahead. They should be in custody right about now. Okay. That was such a lie, but I have to provoke you further. I have a feeling I will not win if I fight fairly. I mean, he's whipping around, but unless you got some power behind that, like, if we'll see. Like, at the end of the day, this looks to be what I'm thinking. Did Guts just bare hand that shit? Because at the end of the day, that's what I'm doing. Like, this is not... I consider, like, if I'm in Guts' position, I can praise him and say, you know, it's strategy, he's a good swordsman, but you're not a threat. You just can't, and he can't be. Like he says, I don't have time. Like, you don't. This mere human cannot be an obstacle for me right now. If I gotta eat it, then I'm just gonna eat the just eat the sword and we just go from there. It is what it is. Did they really beat up all those, They did? With this many troops, you couldn't seize one black swordsman? Even let him into the cave for shame? I am most sorry somehow we were caught unawares. I've no ear for excuse. Hasn't word of suppression come from Vice Commander Azan yet? Oh no, this is the group that went with her to escort her out, so we don't know what's going on in there, if they won or lost. What's this dude looking at? Nay, the interior of the cave is still in a state of chaos. Order 3 more units in. Yes, but the Vice Commander said that reinforcements will only further complicate the situation. I care not, this is your commander's orders. She's really out of hand. Yeah, this is bad. What's up with old Johan here, by the way? Joaquin. He seems off. No regular human survives a fall like that, by the way. And doesn't come out at least paralyzed or something. Like, he's literally just walking around like it never happened. What's up? Well, just now... Uh-oh. Those eyes again. Keep going a little further. There. Oh, God. Do either of them want to see each other? Last time he saw Nina, she tried to kill him. Last time Nina saw him or thought of him, she like regretted what she did. This is awkward. But something's not right with him. Something is not right. I don't... Oh, I would fucking dip, slide, and ride too. Oh no. They're down on the bottom. Oh shit. Well, Casca's just dangling in the air. Joe, you're alive. Yeah, I would run too. Shit, and he's just out here screaming at the top of his lungs. What is this, though? What is this? Is it influencing him? Like, is this destiny? Is this how Casca gets caught to be put at the... to be put on the pyre, to be burnt? Like, she has to be in this situation to get captured, to then be taken, and he was just happened to be the catalyst that does it in this moment, or what? Hey girl, run. If you just stand there, you'll get caught. What? Is there a reason Casca, like, she got out of, like, she did that? And then just scales the side of the... Jesus. Y'all, you guys better get down there. Bad news. He just... Oh, he did. He straight up, like... and just went ahead and jumped off. Okay. This is bad. We did all this just to get scooped up. Reporting, suppression of the heretics in the cave is nearly complete. Oh. What are the Black Swordsmen? It's not been confirmed, but I do not see him among the captives. Oh my. They're captured. They're captured. They're captured. Interesting. Because if Joe doesn't go over there, they don't get found and they get out. But him somehow surviving that fall, being alive in this moment, is the only reason Farnese's group got led to where this is, to be in this moment, for everything to play out as it did. It's unhuman that he's even still alive, let alone walking normally in this short amount of time. I don't know what's up with him. Cedro, they were your responsibility, man. that girl. The Black Swordsman plunged in to save her. Thank you, Guts. I don't have time for this bullshit. Granted, it sucks because what the guy said about, like, oh, you know, those girls, they've been captured, and he was like, oh, I'm lying. He's actually correct. I don't have time for fucking Serpico and his bullshit. Grab that thing, pull him in, and just get this over with. A blade barehanded. What reflexes? Don't be absurd. Absurd? Not at all. Are you certain if I draw back the sword now? Yeah, I'm certain I'm stronger than you. I'm certain you won't be able to draw this sword back. With a bit of brawn and reflexes, it's not necessarily absurd. Bro, I'll light... Yeah. I will light these arrows right in your face. Alright, blade broken. He did not just get his ass pickpocketed and had one of his hot sauce stars thrown in his face, did he? He did. Well, I'm guessing Serpico used that to escape because you're not winning in a just throwing hands. I never thought he could dodge it, and he was clever enough to pick my pocket and use a weapon he'd only seen once. Faster's cunning like a fox. I should refrain from getting it. Yes, thank you. Alright. No more of the bullshit. Can we just end this farce here of this actually being a competition, and let's move? I really am becoming more serious than is ordinarily my style. I think he loves her. That sucks for Isidro to have to come back to him and report this news. Because Isidro was feeling himself. And Guts gave him that in trust. Which, I mean, I don't know how you expect this little kid to really, like, hold off, but... God, that's rough. Because he wants to be... Yeah, he wants to be accepted so badly. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. We'll tail them at least. Yeah, it was too good to be true. So they didn't even really get a moment. I mean, there was a moment where he acknowledged her and she acknowledged him, but there was no catching up, there was no getting her to safety, there was no nothing. And Serpico literally was a plot point to, like, get in the way for 2 seconds. Because if Guts is there, say if everything goes exactly as it just did, all you have to do is just remove Serpico out of the way. If Guts is there as Nina's on the ground and Casca's getting lowered and the soldiers come to get him, he just kills all of them. And we still go on about our way. Oh, Lord, it sucks. So she is going to be... I mean, we have to... There has to be an encounter. Mozgus and Guts have to encounter each other at some point, no? I feel like that... I mean, that's where she's going to be taken. Good Lord. And they're on horseback, too, so we'll never catch them on foot. Puck can try to tally them, but... Oh, brother. Listen, good. If we don't return by morning, get away from Albion. When I get back, that's when. The authorities will catch you if you're slowpokes. Dang, she's leaving her girls behind, too. So this is the squad here, right? Guts, Luca, Cedro, and Puck is tucked in somebody's pocket somewhere. He's leaving the girls behind. They look so young. If you go back, I can't guarantee your life, and you'll be in my way. It's true. Where's Puck at? I'm expecting to see Puck on screen, but I don't see him anywhere. Is that so? Yeah. This ain't woman's work, Luca. Same goes for you. I'm going because I want to lay off. I still ain't giving up on you, owing me a giant favor. I'll make up for that blunder. We got a late start earlier, but that won't happen this time. It's not like you alone worry about those girls, right? Besides, I've got a bit of a pull in the monastery. With any luck, we might be able to rescue them without any bloodshed. Let's call it right now. Of the three of them, who lives through this? By default, Guts, so that doesn't count. I don't see us killing Isidro, so unfortunately, process of elimination. Luca. What's gonna suck is Luca's gonna do something or give her life for Nina's ass. Nina's gonna get to be the one to live at the end of this. Disgusting. Do what you want. This work? I have no idea. I think we can only give up. I think we can only give up? The inside of that tower is crazy? Then why didn't you say so? It's because Luca's so stubborn. So honest. Stupid. If Luca and them don't come back, what should we do? I don't know. Please let them all come back safely. Were these girls really... No shot, were they? Because now that I think more and more about this, they didn't look that young. So I was like, okay, all these girls are doing what Luca and Nina are doing. Like, they're laying with men. Nina looks young, but she looks, I guess, old enough to be in that line of business. They look his age, and he doesn't look to be 12. Which, at that time period, I mean, they were taking girls young. But, man, they look... Maybe she was just looking after them until they became of age to get in this business. I don't know. And does any of that matter to the overarching story? Probably not. That's just weird to think about. Unfortunately, there's no way for man to charge the course of this festival. Oh, there's no way for man to... Who? Saying this. Said that. Oh, God. Already subsist in the current of causality. Yeah, that's what I've been told. So all of this, unfortunately, there's no change the festival. Yeah, it's kind of tough, and we've been talking about this since, you know, chapter 10 in the 20s, 30s. We've been talking about this for like 100 chapters now. Is any of it worth anything? Is it worth stressing out? Well, they don't. Well, they don't know. Guts is starting to start to see it a little bit, but if you knew that like everything was causality, and no matter like how you split the river or stream, or what turn you take at the fork of the road to give you the illusion of free will, it's still going to end up at the same point. If I let you come down a street and it splits out and there's like 8 different paths and you're like, okay, these are all the choice, like I'm making my own choice. Like you can see the entrances of the 8 paths. But what you can't see is I have all 8 paths. They all lead to the same point. So did you truly make your own choice? So this is we'll see. We will see. Oh, Puck did chase. Okay. What to do? I lost sight of him. So many people obscuring their presence. What is it? Something there. A bat, right? So they can see me even in such a huge temple. But here's the thing. At first, Farnese couldn't see Puck. Well, maybe these are just regular soldiers. Because there's a lot of like religious stuff going on here, and it seems like the more devoted or the more you believe or something like that, you kind of didn't see Puck, is how I took it. And as her faith started to wane a little bit, she actually was able to. Still though, what's this stifling feeling? A den of those apostle monsters? And that's not all. There are plenty more muddled things. Got a bad feeling I'd better find them fast. You know, what's so weird is like, and granted, Casca is the older one. Granted, she doesn't have her mental state about her, but she is the more physical one. She has, honestly, of the people in that building, in that castle, she probably has the best swords training and the best skill out of any of them. Granted, that's not her anymore. But it's wild is like Luca and Nina and everyone else were like caring for her and looking after her, and Nina even had them leave the tent under the assumption that like Nina was gonna care for her and look after her, and it's Nina that's curled up on Casca. Save me, Luca, save me. Aren't you a witch, Elaine? Can't you use your magic to get us out of here? Come on, listen, if we don't sneak out quick, terrible things will happen. You'll be burned at the stake. I hate Nina with a passion. She's just so impulsively, just acts so impulsive on her emotions, and then always tries to like backtrack said emotions. It's like take a second to just think before you just do. Oh, enough already. Whatever, I don't care anymore. Yeah, I'm sure you don't. It's your fault. Nothing's good happened to me since I met you. Just, you asked me to leave with you. You could have just left by yourself. Aren't I the one who looked after you? So why am I the only one? And then here, sorry, that was a lie. I'm sorry, Elaine. Forget. Nina, bruh, you got to go to some counseling for real, for real. And I don't know Nina's backstory and what she's been through and what she's gone through. So for sure, it could be very traumatizing. But man, she's all over the place. Uh-oh. So this will be interesting here. The whole, you see Nina going crazy. They're asking for one. Does Nina go first? To, I guess, not essentially save Casca, but at least, I don't know what you want to call that, is like going first to I guess, show that you're not scared? Or is she going to be so scared that she just pushes Casca out there? Or maybe Casca's just so oblivious, I mean, she is, that she just like, oh, okay, yeah. One of you, come on. It doesn't matter which, just move it. Oh. I have to tell them, wait, not to take a lane, but then I'll be... No, not you. You come with us. Friends being taken away. You don't say a thing? I can't stand low lives who only think of themselves. Interesting. But even in this moment, I don't blame Nina, because these dudes are on crack. And who knows what mental capacity they have. They're so warped. And they're so desensitized to shit. You tell them anything, they'll say how high or when. But in this moment, and he doesn't know their relationship and how just off the rails Nina is to even think about, like, oh, that's my friend being taken. Like, she is thinking about it then. Like, I don't know. And then again, it's like everything's leading to a specific moment in time. Even the Skull Knight hinted at that, this sometime, it'll happen once every thousands of years, this like perfect alignment, this perfect storm of like every major player that's going to play a part in this like perfect lined up moment has to be at their specific location at that specific time. That's just like destiny, that's causality, that's fate. And what's wild is like, had he actually took Casca, like which was she meant to get left behind? Do you see what I'm saying? When you start talking about, and I've been saying this, it's a broken record. When you start talking about all this stuff, I could sit here for hours and be like, well, was that his decision? Was that Nina's? Was that Casca's? But then what happens? He did this, she did that, they did it. You'll just be here all day. Friends being taken away and you don't say anything. I can't stand low lives who only think of themselves. Wait, you're wrong, get out here. Lane? Why? My fault. Am I in the wrong? I couldn't say it. I was scared. I wanted to abandon Elaine who knows nothing. Save myself. This body, I might die soon anyway. True. I totally forgot about the like sexually transmitted disease that's eating her alive. No, for that, all the more. I'm just, yeah. And again, Nina's going through a lot. It's easy to pile on and hate. But she's just so rash. And this is divine punishment. Your friends confess that the revered head of your cult is a woman. I've already looked into the other women. You're the only two left. One of you is a witch. Yeah, he means Elaine. If I tell them everything right away, I might survive without terror. And then this is the decision that needs going to have to be made. But again, the decision's already been made. I wonder if it's going to be a thing of like she just has to understand why she made the decision. Some type of like Matrix, Oracle, Neo, the One type thing. If everything's been in causality and it's going to happen anyway, just let things flow. Maybe you try to understand it after the fact. So right here, she did kind of like have that moment of like the choice that she was going to make. This is why she was going to make that choice. Right here, she's thinking about it again. If I tell them everything, but you don't know that, what if you tell them and both of you get screwed? But misery does love company, so maybe if there's even a 1% chance that like she tells and it saves her or causes her less, then she probably would do. If I tell them, in the end, everyone thinks only of themselves. Yeah. Yeah. If I lose even my nerve, I'll end up just like those I look down upon. Luca. Courage. It's like just a little bit will do. She getting taken into the sex dungeon? I mean, not the sex dungeon, but the spot. Just a grain of your courage. Yep. That's fucked. And for someone like Nina, that's just awful. I don't know what's all the way down there, so I don't want to scroll yet and leave it on there. Because of YouTube things. Like, she's really trying. She's really trying. Like, she's going through it so hard mentally right now. She was trying to think of what to do. Then it was like, oh, Elaine, you know, save me, you're a witch. And then it was like, oh, damn it, why did I even bring you, Elaine? I could have just left it was me. And it's like, oh, damn, I'm sorry, Elaine. Then it was like, oh, they're going to take Elaine. And it's like, oh, man, should I say something? But they're going to take her, like, you know what, psych, we're taking you. Oh, damn, I should have said something, and now they're going to take me. What if I still have time to tell them? And she, like, literally just going through every scenario in her head over and over and over. And then she's like, you know what? Everybody does just think of themselves, like, when they're on death's door. You know, she's like, you know what? I'm just going to go through this. The person I look up to the most that's look after me, Luca, if I could just be like you in this moment, you know, I think I can do it. And the doors swing open and there's just dead bodies hanging upside down, bleeding everywhere. Who knows what else she's... Courage is shot. She was really building herself up there, too. Man, she went through a lot in the time it took to get from that cell that they were into this. But here's my thing, though. Like, and we talked about this. Do these people get redemption? Like, isn't that the thing? In like, what kind of like? Do they get a chance to repent, and like do better? You know, an eye for an eye. Like, just because you guys are torturing me, have they never done any? Have the people that are the torturers, have they never done anything? Like, when do I get to like show that I've learned and can do better? Like, is there a rehabilitation process, or it's just punishment? I don't think anybody that goes in there comes out. So she pissed herself, pissing down her leg. It happens. I mean, it doesn't happen, but it happens. Your body's in shock. This look on her face is just disbelief. It's shock. Like, organs and shit just loose. Like, shit just goes. Come on, walk. Oh god, I don't know what this is, but that's not been approved. It's just bad. They have this woman on a spiked wall or table and they're grading her back at the same time. What about? I mean, we already know nothing about this is sane. So like, I don't know why I'm trying to sit here like, how is that like, how is that God? Like, it's not. None of this is like, what? How does this? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's bad. Possible. It's not possible for me. Luca. Yeah, she's like, give me some courage. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad, man. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Mm. What can you do? What can you actually do? Yeah, that's tough for Nina right there because she went through everything literally in the span of like 5 pages. She went through like every possible thought process of, you know, somebody's gonna come and save me, to wait, Elaine, you're a witch, you can save me, wait, to no, why did I even do this and bring you, like, I hate you, Elaine, I don't care, like, how could I do this, wait, I'm so sorry, that was, I'll take care of you, to the point of like, wait, they're taking Elaine, should I say something, no, I won't, then they switch, it's like, you know, you didn't stand up for your friend, like, wait, but what if I tell them that she's actually this, and it's like, no, I can't do that, everyone's the worst, if I could just get a little bit of courage, and it's like, oh my god, I can't do it. She's just mentally tapped, actually. I think the page of the chapters was definitely here, the last one of 150. So that's unfortunately where we're at. They were given a, I mean, that wasn't even considered a moment. There was no embrace. There was no attempting to speak to Casca, even though she can't speak back. She could at least hear what Guts, if there's even anything he wanted to say. I mean, he just wanted to take her and get out. But again, we've got these eyes looking at us and these shapes in the dark and speaking about causality and, you know, it was meant to happen and I do this, which means you choose that, but it was always going to be, it's a lot. It's a lot of moving parts. I mean, Serpico's got to be on the hate list above Nina now. Man, it's rough. It's rough. So they got their little team up squad. Luca, Guts, Isidro, Puck is in there doing recon info. Yeah, it's rough. It's very rough. Not looking good. But we know as a viewer, and I think Guts knows as well, at least we know Casca gets up to the point of like her actually being put on the pyre to burn. So for me as a reader, I know she doesn't get tortured or end up like, I mean, she still could. They still could torture her ass and then throw her to burn. They could. But at least in the images that we saw, she looked to be physically okay up until that moment of possibly being burned alive. So until we see that moment, that's when I'll start taking Casca's well-being seriously. We'll see. We will see. I appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe as always.